Oh dear. I'm guessing this is working to some degree now. Honestly, I'm sick of this. Sick of it! Right. Third time's a charm. Absolutely. Right, let's go before it pisses off again. If it falls out again, that's it. I give up. I fucking give up. It's like trying to work with two hands tied behind your back. Sorry, folks. Amateur hour, as usual. We lost that shootout, by the way, if anyone was curious. I don't know how much of it you saw. We hit a bad shot and we lost. And we deserved to lose, god damn it. So yes, Liz, Drew, Matt, Ian, Nick, Ben, welcome in Ben, Phil, Jonathan, Nicole. Nice to see you all. Apologies for the fuckery. Why do you not play Tour 11 or 12? I will be playing Tour 11. It would have been next season if I wasn't pushing with tarts for the C100, but the season after that I'll be going into 11. I've never played it to date. I've played like 3 or 4 games ever. Watched a lot of it, don't get me wrong, but bankroll is the main reason. I want to have at least $500 million before I step foot into Tour 11. But once I do, I'm hoping with a bit of tutelage from my main man that I can build that bankroll quick. I also have 3 accounts of similar stature, so I like to try and do the same thing on all 3 at the same time. And they don't all have the bankroll. This one being one of them, I think. Ooh, big wind. Still going to equip a Titan for the second shot. I think I played this chap last night a few times and got my ass kicked a few times. Let's go that many. Let's see what happens. Short, but better than being long. We've still got a shot at least. Kunar, welcome in. Emma, nice to see you. $1 billion is a good number. Yeah, that's what I'd heard. I was going to have $1 billion, and I've thought if I have $500 million, I'll be happy because I'm going to have one of the best Tour 11 players out there in my corner. So I would expect to not suffer the immediate losses that a newbie normally would. So yeah, with Lord B on the bag, I watched him caddy Jamie Bradley on stream. I think that was one of the first forays Jamie had really had into 11, and he did really well. So fingers crossed, half a bill will be enough. We'll see. Steph, welcome. Hey Scott, how we doing? We need to play our game, Scott T, in the People's Cup, I believe. I think it's me and thee. Right, did he get across? He did. Of course he did. So this shot used to be money. But lately, I've managed to stop hitting it. I seem to catch the downslope at the end of this fairway and then go straight into the rough of the sand. That's cleared everything, like, but stopped in time, that's okay. Having trouble getting used to the B52-7 from the Grizzly 9 using an app, but any advice? I don't use B52 other than situationally, Jonathan, so I know it's going to be a lot of rings though. That's why I don't use the B52 even where I can. Curl and rings to be adjusted put me off. Unless it's for a specific tournament hole or a par 3 or something. So I can't help you, I'm afraid. Yes, we do. You're good whenever I... Yeah, we'll have to sort that out. So it's going to be my Milo account, Scott. We'll have to fix that. I'll chat to you in the people. Oh, is this a free win? Could be a free win. If we can tap this in. Ooh, it is an Endbringer though. Yeah. Gary, how we doing, sir? Nice to see you. Excuse me. So yeah, this guy handed me my ass several times last night. This was somebody I seemed to play very quickly again and again, even though we weren't rematching, I don't think. We are now. You seem to get the same player more frequently, certainly when I'm doing late night grinds, than I used to do. Weird. Ian Caddy, and yes, hopefully we'll have some streams with Ian Caddy and me. It should be interesting. What should we have? Should we have a Quasar? No, we'll just have a Navi. Actually. Oh, that's wild. That is wild and in the rough. We'll still reach, but no, we're lucky. We're lucky. John Boy, how we doing? The threat that PD has an update that detects the use of apps and banning them, is that legit or hot air? I'm not convinced. Well, they can do it because they did it in the past on Android. Certainly, I think I was an Android user at the time when they detected the use of Golf Clash Notebook and wouldn't let you play the game while it was installed. And then they detected the use of Island. Is it Island, the app people were using? But they then revoked that, so they can tell what you're using. But I don't think they're short-sighted enough to think that banning the use of apps is a good idea for their core customer base, the people that spend the money in bulk. So I think we'd be alright. Right. But I haven't heard anything about that, to be honest, so mid-ish, maybe? I don't know. Mid-ish, we'll go mid-ish. 3-1. So this is where the green bullseye is good to me, because that's remarkably easy to find the exact middle. It's off-putting here, where you've got that tiny little circle to hit perfect. That's not even close. Fucking hell. Woo! Poor. Poor. Glenn, welcome in. Keith, nice to see you. Hope you're both well, gents. A long time since you dropped it. It's been a long time since I've been on, to be honest, Glenn. But it's nice to see you. Some familiar faces. Yeah, separate device. Problem solved, if you could do that. I tried that, but I don't like it. I prefer doing it all on one device like this. And now that anybody can have grid lines, if you're prepared to jailbreak an iOS device, then they should just sell their own grid line, or their own program that offers grids. An in-game thing, even if they charge for it, at least everyone's got the opportunity then. Well played. Well played. How many months of progress did it take for you to reach Tier 10 from the start? Oh, a lot, Phil, but that's because I spent way too long in Tour 8, like 9 months. So I'm coming up being playing 2 years, and I've been playing Tour 10 properly for about 4 or 5 months. So a long time, but I didn't progress and keep progressing. I just stagnated in Tour 8 for a while. Stuart, welcome. Hitting more or less perfects. Less for me, definitely less currently. But nothing's changed. So I just need to get used to the visual difference of that tiny little spot. And this is on a big iPad. If people are using phones, then I actually used my phone last night to play a couple of games on a low account, and it's impossible to see that little dot, never mind hit it. But yeah, I have great sympathy for phone users now. Shekhar, welcome in. Andy, welcome back. You can't do it on one device anymore, Nico. Well, each to their own. I couldn't possibly use 2 devices. I have tried. It's just distracting. I didn't see what ball he used. We'll stick with this, but we're going to be struggling if we get a headwind on the second shot. What I have started doing though is counting. I used to count for overpower shots like a lot of people, but I've started counting. Don't go in the rough. Sit. I've started counting on a lot of shots.